Pleased to be joined by the president of the A's, Dave Kaval. Dave, thanks for stopping by.
Great to be here.
So I'm dying to know. You're a busy man. We know that.
It's true.
I mean,
it's true.
You do like 1,000 things in a minute, and it's pretty fun to watch. What do you do during the game?
You know, I get around to different locations. You know, I'll sit behind home plate. I'll sit in the third deck. I'll come here talk to you guys. I just try to experience the game from a lot of different vantage points.
What do you enjoy the most?
I enjoy
during the game.
Actually, I think it's just really talking to people and hearing their stories and why they're great fans, and me telling stories about growing up in Cleveland, being a baseball fan. That's my favorite part.
But as you're doing that, I got to believe you're taking mental notes.
100%, because you get a lot of great ideas. People know so much about this club, our heritage, our history, and you can channel that into the decisions I make as team president.
Okay, so when did the tarp idea come? When did you first hear about that?
Well, I heard it first day. First day I had office hours. Someone came in and said, hey, you know, I remember the great memories up on the third deck. I remember going there when I was at business school, dollar hot dogs, the whole thing. And so I was like, look, I think that's a great part of the experience here. Maybe it's not full all the time, but people should have the option to go there and have a fun time. And that's exactly why I want to make sure we brought it back.
But you have to talk about what you did at Cleveland Municipal Stadium in the upper deck with your friends and brothers.
It's a similar story because the thing is we would sneak into the second deck. There was only two.
Right. And
we'd spell out words in the seats. Go Tribe. And then we'd get chased out of there. I get thrown out of the stadium when I was 9 years old. But I found my way back in.
But see, there's plenty of room.
Having played there was plenty of room to go upstairs.
Yeah.
And there was 70,000 people there. But
no doubt, no doubt.
But this is great that it's open because it does look like a ballpark now. To be able to see the tarps off, and of course the center field is going to stay that way, but it's great to see the rest of it off.
Oh no, it's fantastic, and I think it just adds to the experience, and especially as it gets warmer, we're going to be feeling it, so it'll be great.
Speaking of ballparks, what can you tell us?
Well, I've been a busy bee on the ballpark even today. You know, a lot of different meetings, meeting over at City Hall, meeting with different folks, and everything's really positive. You know, I think everyone is constructive about solving the problems and the challenges and making sure that we bring to bear all the constituencies to get us our stadium here in Oakland.
I mean, I know there are many issues. What are the biggest ones? Is it financial? Is it dealing with the city? Is it where you may want to build it and what the different sites, different objects?
It's really all that. Yeah. You know, it's like you need to make sure you have a financing plan. You need to make sure you have a traffic plan. You need to have a parking plan. You need to have all the different things lined up. And then you need to meet with each group, whether it's AC Transit or BART or the neighborhood association, to make sure that you can check all the boxes. So when we actually move forward with the plan, it's supported by the community.
So, I mean, you're hoping to name a site.
Oh, yeah, this year.
Sometime this summer or?
As soon as possible. I mean, definitely by the end of the year, but as soon as possible, because at that point, you know, then we can focus on one, don't have to parallel path as much, and then actually can really lay out a timeline of how we're going to get to the opening of the new ballpark.
Okay, so you announce a site, whichever one it may be.
Yep.
Then what's the next step? Where does the financing then come into play, or is it already
environmental? So you need to get an environmental clearance, and then once you have that, then you can actually break ground.
Gotcha.
But you have to go through that process, and it's called the CalSequa process to bore everybody home. But nonetheless, it's something that you have to do, and it's a public process, and we'll go through that.
How long do you think once you decide? Well, first of all, those fans in right field and all the fans are ecstatic that you have said, rooted in Oakland, we're going to stay in Oakland.
Here in Oakland.
Which is important for everybody that's concerned. But once you decide and go through the process, in the back of your mind, first of all, you have a site, and number two, the length of time it's going to take before the new stadium is ready to go.
Well, it's hard to say because there's a couple of things like with the environmental piece that we might need to get some legislation out of the state to speed that up.
Right.
They did that with the Sacramento Kings. Right. It was very effective. It streamlined their process. We're hopeful we can do a similar thing because if we can, then we'll be able to accelerate the process and make sure that we can get the stadium built as soon as possible.
You saw every major league park.
Yes.
How much do you draw on those experiences when you're thinking about a new stadium?
Tremendous, because I think the guiding light is really all around an intimate venue. Think Wrigley, think Fenway, you know, smaller, close to the action. I think that's what fans want these days. I think that's what the younger millennial fans who maybe have turned away from baseball a little bit are looking for. And so we want to put that into the actual ballpark and really make it unique here in Oakland.
I think maybe a most important question, Dave, is will the Kaval sandwich be making it over to the new ballpark when the ballpark opens?
I think
we've been hearing a lot about the
I think
Kaval
the
sandwich.
FDA is going to investigate the sandwich because it is like 2 patties. It's got syrup on it. It's got
we know
bacon.
what's on
it's
it.
got eggs.
We know
it's got.
what's on it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a heart attack waiting to happen. That's what it is. And so I think the FDA might do an investigation.
It's the real deal. Buttermilk waffle.
Wow, look at that.
Fried chicken breast.
Wow.
A 3rd-pound burger patty, and of course you got to throw the bacon.
If
right?
you don't
That's
have bacon
important.
on it, you're not doing it right. You got to have the bacon on it,
You
guys.
didn't bring any?
No, I already ate it. It's already in my belly.
Well, come on.
You want a couple?
Well, of course.
Oh, okay.
That
all
was the
right.
Kaval
I'll hook you
sandwich.
guys up. I'll bring you guys a couple of those.
That's right. Yeah, we're promoted.
Yeah.
Maybe we should split one, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty good.
That's beautiful. The Kaval sandwich.
The Kaval sandwich.
Classic.
What has your experience been like with the fans? And obviously they're very supportive of what you're doing, but as you tour around the stadium or downtown and fans support, I mean,
It's tremendous. I mean, I was just parking, when I went to City Hall today, and like 2 people just came up to me and they were so excited and they thanked me for keeping the team in Oakland. And it's just the gratitude, I think, is tremendous because we have such a great community and they love baseball.
Hey, Dave, keep up the good work.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
We're trying to get a Kaval cam on you so we can follow you all around. Right?
Go for it. Like a GoPro.
Thanks.
Awesome,
Have a good
guys.
one.
Thanks,
He's a
guys.
hard-working man,
back here,
folks.
too.
Score.